Hi, I'm Laura, and this is Lalo Wellness. Today we're going to be working on a little bit of hip mobility. Really critical in our seated society that we keep our hips as flexible as we can. Let's get started. We're going to start today's practice just in any seated position that you feel comfortable with. Let yourself get connected to your body and your mind and your breath for a moment, so we really can integrate everything we do and keep it. It's kind of like hitting save on your computer. So you can keep your eyes open or closed, whatever feels best to you. And just tune into your body for a moment. Notice how you're feeling, even just if you're hot or cold, if you're feeling tight or loose, whatever it is that's going on with you today, pay attention to it just for a couple of breaths. Now we start to bring our attention to our mindset and just sort of where your brain's at today. Noticing if it's feeling busy or relaxed, focused on the future or the past or the present. Just noticing, not really trying to change. Take a few deeper breaths than you've taken maybe all day, really filling up the lungs. Start to feel your body respond by sitting a little taller. The chest opens up, the belly opens up. And then as we exhale, we start to feel the muscles relax a little bit, the shoulders drop away from the ears, maybe your hips soften. Take that deep breath and really focus our mind on the here and now. And as we breathe out, just let go of any distractions that are pulling you outside of this moment. And on your next exhale, let yourself open your mouth a little bit, just sigh that breath out. Let's take an inhale, open the eyes if they're closed, reach the arms out and up, and exhale. We're going to start with a simple 90-90 stretch. So we're going to take our left leg, bring it out in front. You want the knee to be coming kind of straight out from your body and your back knee to be lined up with this back heel. Square up your chest here right in the middle. So the tendency might be to lean off to one side. But we want to try to stay as upright as we can. Take your fingers and you can tent them on either side of that forward leg and take a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, just bend your elbows and slightly bring the body forward. Let's do it again. Inhale, lengthen out through your spine. Exhale, let yourself dip down just a little bit lower. Inhale. This time, bring your body down as low as you think you can go right now. This is going to be really different for each person. Some of you might have your chest all the way to the floor. Some of you might be hovering somewhere in the middle. Some of you might be a little more upright. That's why we're here. And on your next inhale, just raise yourself all the way up. And we switch sides. Let's bring the right leg out in front. Try to bring it straight out from your hip. The back knee is lined up with that heel. We have 90 degrees at both knees, and we get squared up through the chest and shoulders, frame up that front foot, maybe tenting the fingers, maybe bringing the hands flat, just depends on where you're at right now, and take that nice deep breath, lengthen out, and then slightly lower. Let's do that again. Inhale, Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Taking 3 slow breaths right here. You might find that one side you're able to get much deeper than the other. That's pretty normal. We often have one side that's doing more of what we want and the other side not quite there yet. Give yourself a little grace on that not quite there yet side. Take a nice deep breath and slowly bring yourself right back up. We're going to swing these legs around and bring the hands right underneath our shoulders, coming into our table position. Knees right under the hips, shoulders over the wrists, keeping your hands nice and wide so you can see the mat between your fingers. If it feels like it's a little too much sometimes on your wrist, feel free to go ahead and come up onto your knuckles, or you can also put your blocks underneath your hands, which will shift your weight back just a little bit and take some of that pressure off. So take it wherever it is that you want to go with it. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale, lift the gaze, drop the belly, lift the hips for cow pose, and then moving into cat pose. Scoop the hips, round the spine, tuck the chin. And continue moving through that pose. Getting a little bit of looseness here to the spine, to the body. And then pausing here in our tabletop position. We're going to start on our left side and lift the left knee directly out to the side, keeping the knee bent and then bring it right back down. Let's do it again. Lift up and bring it right back down. Lift it up, bring it right back down. Last time, bring it up. This time we're going to extend the leg forward just a little bit until it's right outside the left hand. Turn the toes out to about a 45-degree angle, and we're going to rock out onto the side of the foot and then rock back to the center. Rock to the side and rock it back. One more time. Rock to the side and rock it back. Good. Now pull that leg out, back up into that little fire hydrant. Such a classy name. Bring the knee right back down underneath your hips. Let's take that on the right side. Take it up to the side and then bring it back down. Notice that we're working on keeping our body square to the floor as we move through this. So the hip is really doing the movement, not our back. Lift it out and bring it down. Last one, lift it out and drop that right foot outside the right hand. Turn it out at the 45-degree angle. And we're just going to rock it onto the side and bring it back. Rock it out onto the side and bring it back. Rock it out and bring it back. Coming back into your fire hydrant and bring it down. Let's take a cow and cat here. A little loosening up. And come back to your tabletop. Coming back to the left side, same thing. We're going to lift it out, but just this one time, and then drop that foot out to the side. Find your 45-degree. This time we're going to tuck the toes under on the right leg and lift that right knee off the floor. Now let yourself drop the left knee out to the side. I'm just going to hold this position. Again, you might be up onto your knuckles or using some blocks. All we want to do is let gravity pull your hips toward the floor. You're getting 2 different types of hip stretches for this. One is for that right hip. We're really opening the front. And we're working on the mobility on that left side. Let's take another breath here. And flatten out that foot. Drop back down onto the right knee. Fire hydrant and return. Let's take that over to the right side. Lift the knee out to the side. Drop the foot next to the right hand. Tuck the left toes under and extend the left leg. Now we drop that right knee out to the side. You're resting on the outer edge of the right foot. Let gravity pull your hips down. Take notice that your shoulders aren't starting to scrunch up. Sometimes we allow those shoulders to get a little lazy, so we want to keep them nice and strong so we don't take it in the neck later. Take a couple more breaths here. Drop down to the left knee, flatten out that right foot, fire hydrant, returning to table. Take a step forward, we're skipping the fire hydrant, tuck the right toes under, take another step forward, bring your elbows up to rest on your thighs. Your toes are pointed out somewhat, heels in. You're gonna need to adjust how far apart these feet are based on your mobility and how long your legs are. It's really a little bit different. I have short legs. I can keep my feet pretty close. And you can stay here in this higher squat, or you can drop the butt down and come into malasana, putting your hands on the elbows or bringing those hands together and pushing the knees a bit wider. If you're feeling like I can almost get there, but I struggle a bit with my balance, just use a block right under your backside, especially because our focus right now is on the hips. So don't be afraid to use those blocks. They're there to help you reach the next level. So let yourself reach the next level and use your blocks. Blocks just bring the floor a little bit closer to you. One more breath here. And if you're up here, you're just going to bring your hands down and come all the way down to the floor. If you're in your malasana, come all the way down to the floor. Extending out through your left leg, pick your right leg up and just drop the right foot to the outside of your left leg. Taking a nice big deep breath here. Exhale, drop your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Bring your right arm behind you like a little bit of a seat back to support you, and take a look over your right shoulder. Half Lord of the Fishes. Inhale, reach both hands high. Exhale, set your feet flat on the floor. I want you to pull your knees in here and reach for your toes with your hands. Another option is to use a yoga strap. So just like the blocks, this is here to help you get to the next level. Just makes your arms a little bit longer. So you might be here, or maybe you're holding on to the feet. It's up to you. What I want you to do is take a nice deep breath and really lengthen out through your spine. Keep that spine upright as you start to extend your legs. Keep extending the legs until you feel it starting to pull your shoulders down, and then I want you to pause at that point and lift your chest up just a bit taller. If you can, see if you can slide those legs out just a little bit more. And on your next exhale, just allow yourself to relax the back and soften into it. Inhale and roll up through the spine. I want you to take this right ankle now, cross it over the left knee. Bring your hands right next to you. You can have the fingers pointed forward or back, whatever feels good to you. And we're going to bend through that left knee and then walk your butt just a little bit closer to it for a seated figure four. You can hold this steady or you can rock it. I kind of like to rock it a little bit. Take it slow though. You don't want to bounce through this movement. You want to allow your muscles a little bit of time to adjust to it and move into it. And then pause here in the center. Let's extend out through the right leg. Take that left foot, pop it up over the right leg so it's resting outside the knee. Take a deep breath, reach out and up. We're going to tuck our right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Use your left arm like that supportive seat back and look over the left shoulder. Inhale, reach both hands up high, setting both feet flat on the floor. Again, maybe you're using your peace fingers around your big toes, or you're grabbing your feet, using the strap, whatever feels good to you. Inhale, lift up through the chest and start to extend those legs out. And then pause at the point when it's starting to pull your shoulders down. Keep your gaze lifted. See if you can extend those heels out just a little bit more. And then on the next exhale, let yourself just relax into it. Whew. Roll up through the spine. We're coming back to our 90-90. So bending the right leg, bending the left knee, framing up the shoulders, framing up our hands on each side of that forward foot. Take a deep breath, lengthen out. Exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale. You might find that you can get a little bit deeper than when we first started, as the hips are a bit looser now. One more breath in and come down as deeply as you think you can. I'm going to stay here for 3 breaths. And then inhale, relax the back, roll yourself up. Sit up nice and tall once again. Now here comes the part that is really helpful in getting this hip to have more mobility in it. We're going to be practicing a knee lift and a heel lift. Now you might find on that heel lift a couple of things. You might find that you're trying to lift your heel up and it's not really coming off the floor. That's okay. You just want to feel that motion, and eventually as your hips begin to get a little bit more mobility, you will also be able to get that foot off of the floor. The other thing is sometimes we get a little bit of cramping right in through here. That's okay too. Just extend your leg out, rub it out, and come back when you're ready. That's just your muscles saying, hey, I'm not used to this. So give yourself a little break there and help them as best you can. So let's begin. We're going to start with that the knee lift and then the heel lift. Watch out for that tendency to start to lean out to one side to get that foot off the floor. That's not really your hip working, right? So it's better to not even be able to lift that foot off the floor, but you're really working from the hip, than to get the heel off the floor, but you're really just bending through the other side. Keep going at your own pace, knee to heel. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Pause right here. Whew. And we're just going to take it over to the other side. Left leg is in front this time. Right knee is in back. Square up the chest, frame up that front foot, and take your deep breath in. Exhale and lower over it. Let's do it again. Deep breath. Exhale, just easing your way into the stretch. One more time. Taking it as low as you think you can get to. And staying here for 3 breaths. 3 breaths, about 20 seconds. And 20 seconds is what it takes to activate that Golgi tendon organ, which is what allows your muscles to go a little bit deeper into a stretch, and how you increase some of the flexibility of the muscles in that area. And then we slowly start to roll our way back up. Walk the hands back. Sit up nice and tall. We're getting ready for that knee heel lift right here. Make sure you're at a right angle at this leg. We're really squared up through the chest, and we're going to lift the knee and then the heel. Again, you may find one side you have more mobility than the other. That's pretty normal. Just doing your best. Knee to heel. Knee to heel. Keep going for about 10 more seconds. Hi, Truman. To heel. 3, 2, and 1. Phew, pause right there. Go ahead and turn until you're in the center. I'm just going to bring our hands right next to our hips here, keeping the feet nice and wide, and windshield wiper the legs side to side. Dipping the knee in and out. If you find yourself sort of creeping forward a little bit, that's okay. Just push yourself back. Trying to keep those shoulders square in the center. Now do it one leg at a time. One, then the other. One, and then the other. Feels a little bit different. Really focus on that internal rotation. Hips got to go all directions here, not just opening them up. So I got to practice that mobility in all the directions. And then pause right here. We're going to extend the legs out nice and long here. We're almost there, my friends. Keep your feet flexed so you're pulling your toes towards you and your hands are behind you if you want some extra support. If you want extra challenge, bring those hands here to heart center as we work on some hip abduction. So lifting one leg, move it out to the side, come back to the center, and lower it down. Do it to the other side. Lift, abduct, bring it in, and lower down. The tendency is going to be, like I just did, hunch down into it. You're changing the workload, you're changing the angle, so try to keep that chest as upright as you can. Again, feel free to use your hands for a little extra support, that's fine. Building up a little strength around the hip muscles. Going at your own pace. Let's hit another 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Finish up that rep if you're there. Bending at your knees. Bring your hands alongside those legs. Roll on down. And take it wide like the letter T. We're going to take the feet to the edges of the mat. And we're coming right back to our windshield wiper. This is a fully supported windshield wiper. You might find it's a lot easier than the one we did while we were seated. It's a little bit more passive. If you really found the seated one to be more than you're willing to do, maybe start here and just work on moving them side to side. And we bring both knees up to the center. Hands on top of the knees and gently rocking side to side to give your lower back a little bit of release. And then gradually taking those knees around in a big circle. Take it one way, and then circle around the other way. Let's drop the feet down to the edges of the mat. Let your knees drop together in the center. Your arms are just resting alongside your body wherever they feel comfortable. And take a few moments here in restorative pose. Begin to slow down your breath and relaxing from the top of the head, through the face, all the way around the neck, into your shoulders, right down each arm, all the way to the fingertips. Slowing your breath and letting your hips really relax toward the floor. Feel that softness extending all the way down the legs, right down to your toes, and just take a few breaths. Stay here in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. Ready to, you can bring yourself back up to a seated position and start to relax your neck a little bit. We take a final deep breath out and up together. Hands coming to the heart center. May you have peace in your thoughts, kindness in your words, and hope in your hearts. From my heart to yours. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed the practice today and got a little something out of it. And if you did, please make sure you share it with somebody else so that they can get the benefits of that hip mobility work as well. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe so that you continue to get some great tips on your YouTube feed. And if you'd like to learn a little bit more about how to integrate wellness, social, physical, and mental wellness into your everyday life, please come visit me at laylawellness.com.